All right, welcome back to Satisfactory. In the last episode, we finished the steel farm. I would put a marker down for. Sorry, steel factory, steel farm. And we had a little incident with the train. Just a little one. Also looks like we may have died somewhere. I don't remember dying. Right here. That is odd. Give me 1 second. Okay, I went back and looked at the VOD last episode, and yeah, I didn't die. I ended the episode over here at the copper farm. Oddly enough as well, I'm missing all of my stuff. So, I'm not sure what happened. That is so strange. I'll go look over here quickly. I'm gonna make blade runners really quick. Probably. Give me a few minutes. Let me maybe see if my stuff is up. All right. While I ran over, I looked up if this was a common issue or not. Just to see if maybe I'm not the only one who's experienced this. And I had a feeling that I knew what happened. Essentially, so the last time I played in the previous few episodes, I had my internet had gone out. I had no internet at all. There was no way to connect to the internet or anything. And I decided, this would be a great time for me to record an episode, maybe 2. There's not much more I can be doing. I can do some editing. So I guess there is a bug in the game that if you load your game while you're offline, when you log back in, you will lose all of your progress, or all of your inventory, I should say. That does kind of make sense, because if you log in while you are offline, it actually says like undefined player or something when you log in, and you'll have your inventory because obviously you saved with it. But if you leave the server after you save from there, then log back into Steam, you're not undefined player anymore. You are your Steam profile. So it seems that is what happened. So my inventory is just gone now. I'm assuming there is no way to get it back. Maybe there is. I don't know. I'm not too stressed about it. It's a little frustrating, just because I had a lot of stuff in my inventory, obviously, that I was utilizing for my builds. But it's something that I can't get back. The most obnoxious part is just what I'm doing right now, which is running back in. I'm going to make my equipment again, just so that I don't have to run like I'm just playing the game for the first time. So that's okay. We will carry on. I'll meet you back once I have re-equipped at least most of my gear. I'm assuming I can make all of it again, but we'll see. Okay, I was able to get most of my equipment back. I didn't make another zip line because I just never really use it. But I got pretty much everything else back. And I noticed that the train was having some difficulties. That is, of course, because I only put up one block here. I did take the time to learn how the signals work. So, and you can see, here I am, offline player. Yeah, so I guess actually what I could do is like disconnect my PC from the internet and then just log back in, put all my stuff into a crate, and then I should log back in as this player. You know, let me give that a shot really quick. Give me a few minutes. Well, a few minutes for me, one quick wipe for you. Okay. So when I unplugged my Ethernet cord, I was able to get I was able to get all of my stuff back. It's in those crates right there. So we're good to go on that front. I'll need to put one of these at each train station, so I will just I'm gonna ride the train around. Oh, and you can see there, I left the offline character sitting facing the sunset. Figured, you know, can't get rid of him, so be nice if he got to see his last save file. Okay, I don't think it's gonna let me go, so I might have to just go do this manually. I'll be right back. Okay, so putting a couple of path signals over here, fixed issue. And I'm just gonna wait for the train to come by. I'll hop on it and then take it to the next one so I can set up that one as well. I don't really like the idea of the trains sitting, like if this train comes in and then the other train's going through the copper station, it's gonna stop at the copper station. I don't really like that. I would prefer it like to start moving up here, but I don't want to put a bunch of block signals up and like not help. I don't understand how they work just yet. My idea would be that I could just put one like back here somewhere. Say like right here. And it should work. But I don't know that, and I don't want to mess with something that's working. So. And it looks like I need to go up to the next one, don't I? Or maybe because I put the block station too close. Did I? I'm assuming that didn't drop anything off, so. Putting it back there seems incorrect. I don't. It's gonna go here, I'm assuming, and then say that the rail is blocked. This is probably going to take a few minutes for me to fix, hopefully. So assuming I fix it, I will meet you back once that's done. Okay, I've got both of the trains moving now. However, I think I actually need halfway signals for where the railways split off. Otherwise, the trains won't be able to go through. And I didn't pick up my computers when I left, so really quick, I'll make a awesome shop. And fortunately, my sink had a lot of coupons in it. And grab some computers really quick. Hopefully this will fix it. I'm not sure. But from what I understood about these, it should now know that it can go through. That. This one. This train should start moving now, yes? No? Doesn't seem good. Let's see what the error is. Path block cannot contain station. Sure. How's that? Probably that one. Fifth? Oh, it's right. Really? Technically, I don't need this one, right? Like, that one's fine. I mean, as long as it works, that's fine. Looks like this is correct. I'm gonna hop on this train. It should stop up here. And then I'll put another block signal farther down so that it can actually, so like this is what I don't want. I don't want it stopping right here specifically, saying like, I can't go on that path, like there's already a train there, because this is like a bunch of wasted time. It can go up to the station while it waits. All right, so we'll put a block here. I was trying to put it on as the train went by, but a little finicky. So now it should let trains come up to that block. We'll do the same at the next station. I'd like to grab my stuff before I go, but I don't think I'll be able to grab everything. We'll just leave most of it here, I guess. I'll make another loop around and okay. Now the block signal's back there. It'll let it come up to the train station. I guess this is doing the same thing, kind of. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm just gonna leave it. I don't really care. Looks like this is now unloading and loading as it is intended to. Only thing I'm not certain about is... What are we waiting for? Signaling problem. What's the problem? It's green. Go. That's probably the signals, I guess. Maybe that block signal is looping into itself or something, so it's not letting the train come through. It's this one saying it cannot go that way, right? Yeah. So all we have to do is put the block signal here. I mean, it loops into itself. It doesn't loop into itself, it goes to that one. So the problem is that it wants to go down this way and then back around. What I want it to do is just, I want that train to come straight through here. Okay, so I think, keyword think, this should work. I've got block signals set up around train stations. The train that goes down to the steel factory doesn't look like it is going through the the ports area like it was before, which is great. And yeah, so there was just a few issues. Namely, if you put a block signal on the path in front of where it wants to go, I'm assuming you have to put one on the other side as well so that it knows that it can go through. But I just circumvented that by putting the block signal on this part of the track. This may become extremely complicated in the near future, where I'm just having to place block signals all over the place. But as long as it's working, I'm happy. So, I don't want a whole episode to be dedicated to me fixing trains. So, on to what I wanted to do today. Let's start building some computers, I think. One thing I did forget, I guess it's not an issue anymore. I was thinking about it when I was thinking that I wasn't able to get my stuff, but obviously I did, but I was thinking that I wouldn't get all my power shards back, which is the one thing I can't obviously remake without going and getting more slugs. But I was able to get all my stuff back. Thank goodness. So once one of the trains is back around, I'm gonna go figure out how to grab stuff. Actually, I'm just gonna run back to main area. I'm gonna drop some stuff off. Might even be worth it to throw it in the train station instead, so it sorts all of it. But not everything is set up to be sorted that I have currently. Not gonna worry about it just yet. But yeah, I want to get computers up and rolling. I think this is the episode that we should do that in. Okay, ran back, grabbed everything, all the stuff that I originally had in that crate right there. And one thing I'm not sure about is whether or not you can sync off material or equipment. Curious to see if that's a thing. I'm guessing not. I guess you can. How about that? I didn't know if you could or not. Apparently they're worth a ton though. Holy. 32,000 for those 4 pieces of equipment. Wow, that is a interesting bit of knowledge that I didn't know. I don't know if maybe one of them was worth more than another. Perhaps like the Xeno runners were worth more than the Basher, for example. But that is really interesting. I mean, the jetpack looks like it gives you about 10,000 for one. Maybe about 8,000. And it kind of makes sense because obviously you can't automate them. You have to sit and make them at a workbench. But I'm just thinking, like, say the Blade Runners are worth, I don't know, 5,000 a piece. You could sit here. You make 4 a minute, and 40,000 points a minute is nothing to scoff at all. Something to consider for your own playthrough, maybe. Do we have a hard drive going? We do. Oh, I can just get a pure 6 inventory slots. I didn't know that that was an option. Well, that seems like the best choice there. Very happy about that, of course. I'm gonna peek through this quickly and see if there's anything that I want to grab. Didn't see much in there that was worth like running and grabbing the materials for, it seems like. So start scanning another hard drive. And yeah, it looks like I'm missing my power shards, and I was missing my Novelist, which kind of sucks, but yeah, it is what it is, right? Not a big deal at all. I'm just gonna leave this here, I guess. I mean, I can take some of it, but not all of it. I don't need this many cables, I think. Some of the here. What now? Oh man, these trains are starting to kill me. So who thinks they get to go first? Okay, so here's my problem now, yeah. I feel like if that train is on this track, just going directly to that factory, this will be stopped. And it'll say that this signal is blocked, you can see. That should solve the issue, however. Maybe one here will... Because... I just put one on both sides. No. No. Right, so like when this train comes back down here and goes up, it's going to say that this section can't be used, no? It's all the same color. But I don't want it to say that, I want it to... What if I just pass signal both sides of this? Will that work? Maybe. It looks like it's gonna work. I'm hoping it's gonna work. We'll leave the trains to run around and do what they need to do, I guess. Hope that they're working correctly. Okay. Computers. A I've been recording for an hour and I haven't even started on anything. I want to start making computers. To make computers, we will need circuit boards, cables, plastic, and screws being delivered to a manufacturer. These are all things that obviously are going to require me to deliver them. I don't think that there is anywhere on the map that you can make all 4 of these things in one place. Maybe there is somewhere where there is access to oil and iron and copper. Although I guess it would only need to be oil and iron. And it's probably right here because I think there is an iron node nearby. He said confidently. Yeah, but I don't want to do all of that. So instead, we're going to pick a place. Particularly thinking somewhere with some access to a little bit of copper for the cables, but the cables could just be delivered. Not an issue at all. Where would be the easiest place? Okay, small change of plans. I know I said computers, and computers are on horizon. But we need to start making quick wire en masse. So I need to find a good place with some quick wire, first and foremost. I know we have this little area here that we're somewhat utilizing. And this may be where we end up going. Just because it's already on the pathway of the train. Yeah, let's just go there. I think there's 2 nodes. Maybe we'll get lucky and there's 3 though. And I want to set up a train station so that the train will pick up the quick wire. Start taking it back to the storage area. That does mean that the truck station is going to be taken out of commission, of course. I think this is one of them. Yeah, so the truck station is going to get taken out of commission because of this. Which means, well, you know, it could still actually deliver the sulfur back if I want it to. But it won't be delivering the quick wire anymore, which means we're going to unhook it from the main area on the base, which means everything that's being made with quick wire currently is not going to be getting any more. I don't know how much that's going to put us back, but you know, what are we going to do, right? So, okay, so we have 2 nodes to work with. They're both normal nodes, which means 60 per minute on a Mark 1 miner, which means 120, so 240. 240 quick wire requires 1 ingot, 5 quick wire, and then it's 3 ingots to 1. Sorry, 3 ore to 1 ingot. So if we're producing 240 divided by 3, we'll be getting 80 ingots. And then 80 times 5. So 400 quick wire per minute. That's what we can make as of right now. I think that is plenty. We have a good amount of backup as well. So let me go grab a few things. And we'll get started. All right, first things first. Down. Foundations and then the miner. I might need to go with a 4 meter. Maybe just line it up with this one. A little awkward because it's like halfway in the ground, kind of. Maybe a 2-meter on top of this one. That's probably too high. Work. I don't even know where it just built that foundation. Okay, perfect. Point it. I need to go kind of this way, I think, with it. That way. Okay. And the great thing is that we already have power in this area, so I can kind of hook stuff up as I go. Which is helpful. Okay. Build out a little bit. Like so. Probably don't need to go too far out, I don't think. This should be sufficient to start with. We'll need smelters. So we're producing 120 and then 240. They will smelt 45 per minute. 240 divided by 45 is 5.3333 heating. So we'll need 6 smelters total. 5. Six. All to be under Caterium. Except for this one, which we will set to. I heard that you could take formula like this. And close to what we wanted. Point 3. Whoops. 0.333. Okay. That should work there. I'm going to utilize a splitter in the middle once. They're a bit too close together for me to do this. Let me put the splitter down here. Right, yeah, that looks good. Then we'll move. Be a little bit too close, actually. Have a little bit of extra space. Forgot the truck ran through here, but it's fine. Truck will live, I think. Anyway. I don't want to forget about that. missed that one. Let's see now. Kind of doing everything in stages. Don't mind it getting a little bit backed up just to keep it going efficiently. This build shouldn't take too long either, so. Then we will take this one, feed it in here. I think for the belts between, I need 120, right? Let's just make it a tier 3 belt. I know that's a little overkill. Yes, thank you. For this, but one, I don't have the material for a tier 2 belt. And two, it'll just be a little bit easier on my brain, making sure that everything's going in as quickly as possible. Okay. Now, all of those will be working. I'm going to go ahead and take the time, take this belt. We're going to use a lift. Come up to our level. Then a merger on this belt. Before I do that, though, splitter, merger. Oh. Here should be good. Perfect. There. It's going to be a little backed up at first because both of them are completely full, of course. No problemo. They will catch up eventually. Alright, we'll go out a little bit more. And be able to throw constructors down a bit ahead. I don't have any reinforced plates. I'll be right back. Okay. So we'll put them right about here. I think should be enough space. How many am I making? Probably be a good thing to know. Require. So use 12 per minute. We're making. What are we making? 15 times 6. We are making 90 per minute. So using 12. 90 divided by 12. 7.5. We will need 8 total. I like building them a little bit more this way. I also need to make this a minor Mark II really quick. Not sure if I'll need to reconnect that or not. I'm guessing I will. Yep. Looks like it is functioning as it should. Right, okay. So we're at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Fire. Percent. Copied it before I did that, of course. Yep. Then we get our splitters. Toss those down. Up by an inch. Okay. We'll do the same tier 3 belts. Way down. And they will all meet here. Perfect. You for going directly in. I wanted. Go. All of those up. Did I make this a merger? No, that's clear. Go. Go. Need to hook these up to the power. Set it right there. Like I said, pretty simple build. Obviously, Caterium or ingots don't go to too much else. It was pretty easy to do all the math and everything. And we're only making quick wire, so not too much to be thoughtful about with it, I would say. Minutes. belts again, because doing the math is too much work, although I might need to do it for this. What, 6 times 60, 360? You do 270, right? Does need to be a 4 belt, at least at the very end, but here to be safe. Great, and then this will be our buffer. Right there. And that's about it. That's a Caterium factory, essentially. At least as much as I think we're gonna need. I think 400 a minute, 360 a minute, I should say, is more than enough. I don't think we should need too much more. Just for my own sake. I'm gonna bump these up so they're going a little bit quicker. Because they are gonna back up pretty quickly. But if I throw some tier 3 belts on them, these should catch up. Yeah, so 360 Caterium a minute. That should be more than enough to service anything that we're needing. The computers obviously were my main thought with this. It was not the computers, it was... the high-speed connectors, yeah. So they needed 56 per recipe, and they make 3.75 per minute, so we were going to need about 175... 210, sorry. We're going to need about 210 per minute. We're not producing that. Looks like these are offloading at a solid pace. Yeah, of course, the ingots are going to fill up down here first and then go down to the end. Which is why I made the one at the very end a 50%. So that, since it's going to be the last one to fill up. Okay, so now all we need to do is build a train station up there. Shouldn't be too difficult, assuming that I have everything that I need, which, knowing how this session has been going, is probably not the case. Try to build a catwalk up this way. It would be really nice if it connected smoothly. It will not, of course, but that is okay. That's about us level. This is not an OSHA violation, right? I'll let this train go by really quick before I start building. I think I'll build it kind of up here a bit. Build out the foundation. This should be plenty of room. I don't really like building it right on a turn, but I think it's okay. So, to remove the railway from here. Train station down. I need this built out one more. And I'm going to try to finish this before the trains come back around. Wish me luck. And this one will be built with third freight car in mind. I do not have enough heavy modular frames. That is rough. Do I want to connect it? I'll connect it back and then fix it when I come back, just so that the trains don't get stopped up anywhere. And let me go grab some heavy modular frames. Okay. Trains are pretty far away. We should be able to get away with the other train at on the way over there. Okay. Be able to get away with finishing this. So yeah, so we're gonna build with the third platform in mind, or the third freight platform, third freight car in mind. I could build another empty platform. Not sure if it's really necessary. Not a big deal, honestly. We'll put down the block signal here. And the train that is going to the steel production area and coming back will be the train that actually picks all of this up. Which is why I'm building with the third car in mind, because obviously it does not need the third car currently. Makes it a little bit easier on the train that kind of picks everything up. So we'll need gates here for lift. High as possible. Another one. To be able to lift up high enough. Good. And I technically don't need to put another buffer up here. And there's a buffer down there, so I'm not going to. And so it's somewhat even, right? We'll unload with a Mark IV. I'm out of iron plates. Cycle. So close. I bet if I rate way. Yeah. And there we go. Now I just have to add this to this one. There. Okay. Wait, wrong train. Not you. I didn't save it in. This train. Not here, then to the next one, then to this one, and then. Okay. That. Looks like block signals are good for this one. And there we go. We're now delivering quick wire. I'm gonna hop on this train, ride it back over to the area for our storage. And I'll set up a little area for the quick wire to go into. Might be worth a ride over to the quartz area. I know the quartz is already full from what we're making. Or sorry, at the storage area, so I don't need any more. So I might just temporarily sink all of it off and stop having the train pick it up for right now, and I can always go back and change that later. Whoops. I was trying to test. There's a kind of a weird thing where, like, if you jump on the train while it's moving, you'll keep your momentum. But if you jump and you try to move, I guess not. I don't know. When I tried it before, when I tried to jump and move, I lost all of my momentum going forward. But right as I jumped, the train made a turn. It flew off. Yeah, so that explains why that's obviously not unfilled. Filled. I know what I'm trying to say. Right, so that's for circuit boards. This will be for quick wire now. Go. Obviously, quick wire won't get delivered on this pass through, but separate one. Only concern is that the third box is completely full, and I meant to get on that train, so I guess I'm running. But I will use this time to call it an episode. Hopefully, I recorded long enough to get a decently length episode in. I know a lot of it was just me running back and forth to get the trains figured out, but it looks like we were able to do that. And we now have a Caterium factory. Right about there. We'll call it the quick wire factory, actually. Making there, not Caterium. And yeah, hope you enjoyed watching. I appreciate it very much. And I will see you in the next one.